Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Pod. My name is Marco.
My name is Catherine, and today we're looking for a new job.
That's right. We are looking for a new job, and so we're bringing you this great lesson where we're going to teach you in English a lot of terms related with looking for a job or things like a resume, cover letter. So before we get into that, why don't we take a look at a word that we have in Vocabulary Preview.
Vocabulary Preview.
So this is actually the name of a job. It's a position. It's a gas station attendant.
Okay, a gas station attendant. Now we know what a gas station is, right?
That's right. It's a place where you go to fill your car with gas.
Okay. So an attendant at a gas station, what does he do?
He or she is a person who will help you put the gas in your car. So an attendant is someone who is almost like an assistant or a helper.
Okay.
You can have a bathroom attendant, someone who gives you a towel after you wash your hands.
I've seen those in the fancy restaurants.
Yeah, so gas station attendant.
All right. So why don't we take a look now at our dialogue? Let's listen to it for the first time, and we'll be back in a bit.
Woohoo! This just might be the start of the rest of my life.
What happened?
I'm in the market for a job. I went on a website with hundreds of job listings in the area and browsed through them until I got the names of a few employers I would like to work for. I have the resume I wrote for English class last month, and a cover letter will be a piece of cake to write. I've even done my research and found the names of the managers so I can address the letters personally. And you know, I can be charming in interviews. Goodbye, my penniless days. Hello, salary and a career.
Ben, we're 15. What kind of job are you looking for?
Oh, just for a position as a gas station attendant. You know, starting at a simple lowly job, just like all the greats before they made it big in the world.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just in it for the money, right? How else am I going to be able to afford to keep taking Angela to the movies? Besides, I love the smell of gasoline. Don't you?
All right, we're back. So now you're probably wondering what those words meant. So why don't we take a look at a couple of them in Language Takeaway.
Language takeaway.
The first phrase we have today is one that's very important when you're looking for a job. It's called job listing or job listings here.
Okay, job listings. And this is really common. Before the internet existed, you would have the listings in your local newspaper, right?
Exactly. And in the movies, you always had the person sitting with the newspaper circling the potential jobs.
Right, with a red marker.
Exactly. But now that we have the internet, you have lots of websites that have job listings. And so a job listing is literally a list of jobs that are available.
Okay. So you look through the job listings, maybe you found one that's interesting. There's an email address. So what do they ask for? They ask you to send in your resume.
Okay, a resume is very important when you're looking for a job. It's a document, it's a piece of paper that tells someone all of the work that you've done before, your job experiences, and it tells them where you went to school and what your qualifications are. So it's a summary of your work life.
Okay, and that's why it's called a resume, right? It's pretty much a summary of your work life, as you say.
That's right, and a different one, sometimes people use this, is a CV. Curriculum vitae, and that's an academic summary of your life. So you have the work summary and the study summary.
Okay, very good. So if you send in your resume, what's recommended is that you attach it with a cover letter.
Okay, well, cover letter, you know the word letter. It's something that you write to somebody else. But a cover letter is like a cover for your resume. It's a letter where you explain to the future boss or future employer what exactly you want and how this job is going to help you get it.
Okay. So that's basically a small little introduction to yourself, right? Before they read your resume, who you are, what you're looking for maybe, very quickly.
Exactly. So you could say, hi, my name is Catherine. I'm very motivated and excited to have the opportunity to talk to you about why I'm a skilled employee and why I will benefit your company.
Very good. All right. So you've sent in your resume and your cover letter. And, well, maybe you're looking to get into a career as a gas station attendant.
So what's the difference between job and career?
Okay, and this is very interesting because in many languages, there is a similar word, which, for example, in Spanish is carrera, right? And that means like a profession. So many people translate it literally as career, but it's not the right word. What is a career?
A career I think of as a long-term goal. A career is your profession. It's the name you give yourself. But a job is a position in a company from one time to another. So for example, my job here is host of English Pod. But maybe in the future I will have a media career.
Okay.
That means that my job or jobs will have to do with this profession. It's kind of a bigger thing.
Okay.
A longer thing.
So maybe you can think of it this way. A career is like, as you say, a bigger picture, like the macro category, right? You're into media and television, for example. And your job specifically is a podcast host.
But in the future, maybe I want to have a different job in this career and move into production and be a TV producer.
Right.
So that's a part of my career path. I can move
Very
it forward. So career is a very important word.
All right. So we've taken a look at a couple of great words. Why don't we listen to our dialogue again, and we'll be back in a bit.
Woohoo! This just might be the start of the rest of my life.
What happened?
I'm in the market for a job. I went on a website with hundreds of job listings in the area and browsed through them until I got the names of a few employers I would like to work for. I have the resume I wrote for English class last month, and a cover letter will be a piece of cake to write. I've even done my research and found the names of the managers so I can address the letters personally. And you know, I can be charming in interviews. Goodbye, my penniless days. Hello, salary and a career.
Ben, we're 15. What kind of job are you looking for?
Oh, just for a position as a gas station attendant. You know, starting at a simple lowly job, just like all the greats before they made it big in the world.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just in it for the money, right? How else am I going to be able to afford to keep taking Angela to the movies? Besides, I love the smell of gasoline. Don't you?
All right, we're back. So now we have lined up for you 3 key phrases that we found in this dialogue. So let's take a look at those now in Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
This first one's a great phrase. It's going to make you sound very fluent in English if you use it. We say in the market for.
I'm in the market for a new job.
All right, so this person is looking for a new job. He is in the market for. I could also say, I'm in the market for a new house. Marco, do you know any good real estate agents?
So what does that mean if you say, I'm in the market for a new job, or you're in the market for a new house?
I am right now actively looking for this thing. I really want one.
You're available.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm in the market for a new job. I'm in the market for a new car. It means the market is the marketplace.
Right, right. And this sometimes you could see it related in movies, for example. They say if a person gets married, they are no longer in the market. Right.
Or I'm in the market for a husband.
Right.
Do you know any nice guys?
All right. So you're in the market, you're looking for a job. And well, if you're qualified, it will be a piece of cake to find a new job.
Isn't this a delicious phrase? So piece of cake, you think, what does cake have to do with anything? Well, cake, this is a way to say something is easy. Okay, so
It's really easy.
this often happens in our office, actually, because you and I understand computers, but we work with someone who has a hard time with computers. And,
Right.
And she says, it doesn't work.
And we're like, it's a piece of cake.
It's
Come
a
on.
piece of cake. It's so easy. Why is this hard? So a piece of cake is a way to say something is simple. It's
And,
easy.
and it's a very, very, very common phrase. You'll hear it all the time. Piece of cake. Don't worry about it.
Piece
right?
of cake. Hey, can you help me out with this thing?
Sure, it's a piece of cake.
Okay.
All right. And for our last phrase, he was talking about his position as a gas attendant. And he said, well, you know, all the greats, all the famous people, they started somewhere before they made it big. What does he mean with they made it big?
Well, the phrase to make it big, or in here in the past tense, made it big, means to be successful. So we're talking about, for example, Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein worked in the patent office he was a clerk in Europe.
Switzerland.
And, you know, that's not a very impressive job, but it was a
Right.
job. And he made it big later on as a physicist. And so to make it big is to succeed, to become famous or successful or important.
Right. Or sometimes people say, yeah, I made it. I made it big, or I made it in my life. And that means that you were successful.
Or this product is going to make it big. It's going to be really successful.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so it's a key phrase, to make it, or to make it big. Why don't we listen to our dialogue for the last time, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Woohoo! This just might be the start of the rest of my life.
What happened?
I'm in the market for a job. I went on a website with hundreds of job listings in the area and browsed through them until I got the names of a few employers I would like to work for. I have the resume I wrote for English class last month, and a cover letter will be a piece of cake to write. I've even done my research and found the names of the managers so I can address the letters personally. And you know, I can be charming in interviews. Goodbye, my penniless days. Hello, salary and a career.
Ben, we're 15. What kind of job are you looking for?
Oh, just for a position as a gas station attendant. You know, starting at a simple lowly job, just like all the greats before they made it big in the world.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just in it for the money, right? How else am I going to be able to afford to keep taking Angela to the movies? Besides, I love the smell of gasoline. Don't you?
All right, so talking about jobs, now I noticed something that in the United States, unlike many other countries, there are no gas station attendants anymore.
There are. Touche. There are actually a lot of gas station attendants in New Jersey because
really?
it's the law that you cannot pump your own gas. You cannot put gas in your own car.
And why is that?
It's a way for the New Jersey government to increase the amount of jobs in the state. So to create jobs, they made gas station attendants.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've noticed in some states, for example, you just go up to the pump, and if you have your credit card, you put in your credit card and you pump your own gas. And apparently it also has to do with health issues, because people who are working in gas stations tend to have serious health problems later on. I mean, you're inhaling all these gases from the gasoline.
That's right. It's very unhealthy. And I think that's also very dangerous in some places because gas stations are often robbed.
Yeah.
Because there's only one person and no security sometimes.
Yeah.
So there are some negative parts of being a gas station attendant. But if it's a job and you need a job, it's probably a good one.
Yeah, no, true. I remember seeing Back to the Future when in the 50s you would pull up to a gas station and somebody would check your tire pressure, they would check your oil, and they would clean your windows, and it's just like full service when you pulled up to a gas station.
They might even buy you a beer. No.
All right, so it's really interesting about these positions. I imagine that, in other places, some job positions that maybe we would find a little bit strange or uncommon.
Starting your journey to a new job. Exploring the market. Looking for a new job can be exciting, especially when you feel ready for a change. Maybe you want to earn some money, or maybe you're dreaming of a long-term career. Either way, you are in the market for something new, a new job. This is a big step, but it can be a piece of cake if you know how to begin. The first thing to do is look at job listings. These are advertisements for open positions. You can find them on websites, in newspapers, or even on posters in store windows. When you browse through job listings, you are exploring your options. It's like shopping, but for a job. After that, it's time to prepare. Think about what kind of job you want. Do you want a job just for the money, or are you hoping to start your career? A job is something short-term, but a career is your long-term goal, the big picture. Starting with a simple position, like a gas station attendant, is not a bad idea. Many great people started with a lowly job before they made it big. When you feel ready, write your resume. This is a paper that tells people what you can do. Add your school information, your work experience, and your skills. And don't forget your cover letter. This is a short letter to tell your future employer who you are and why you want the job. A good cover letter shows that you are serious and excited. Now you're prepared to begin your search with confidence. The journey has started. The journey toward a salary, a career, and maybe even a better life. Preparing your resume and cover letter. Telling your story. When you find a job you like, it's time to show who you are and why you are a good match. This is your chance to make a good first impression, and you can do that with your resume and cover letter. These two things are your tools. They help you open the door to new opportunities. A resume is a short summary of your work and education. Think of it like a list that says, here is what I have done. Here is what I can do. You don't need a long story, just the important details. Your past jobs, your studies, your skills. If you worked as a volunteer, helped in a community, or did a school project, include that too. Every little thing helps when you are starting out. Now comes the cover letter. It is a simple letter that you write to the company. It covers your resume. It introduces you and explains why you want this job. It's also a chance to be personal. Say something kind, friendly, and professional. Use the name of the manager if you can find it. A line like Dear Mr. Smith or Dear Ms. Lee makes it feel more real. In the podcast, they said a cover letter should explain how the job will help you and what you can bring to the company. That's important. Keep it short. One paragraph can be enough if it's clear. Say you are motivated, interested, and ready to learn. That already says a lot. And here's something special. When your resume and cover letter are ready, you feel ready too. It gives you confidence. You're not just in the market for a job anymore. You are ready to make it big. It starts here, with your own words and your own story. Getting ready for the interview. Making a strong impression. You sent your resume. You wrote a good cover letter. And now the company wants to meet you. This is your interview. Your chance to show who you are in person. Some people feel nervous, but don't worry. With a little practice, you can be charming in interviews, just like the speaker in the podcast said. An interview is a short conversation between you and the employer. It's not a test. It's a way for both sides to learn more about each other. They want to see if you are the right person for the job, and you want to see if this job is good for you too. Before the interview, prepare your answers. Think about questions like, why do you want this job? Or, what are your strengths? You don't need perfect grammar. Just speak clearly and with confidence. Try to smile and use polite phrases like, thank you for meeting with me, and I'm very happy to be here. It also helps to do a little research. Learn the name of the manager. Learn about the company. When you say something like, I read about your team on your website, it shows you care. It makes a big difference. Wear something clean and simple. You don't need a suit, but you do want to look neat. Arrive on time. Say hello and shake hands if it's part of the culture. These small things help you make a good impression. Remember, interviews are part of the path to your career. Even if you don't get the job, you get practice. Every interview helps you grow. Each one is a step closer to your goal. To find not just any job, but a job where you can start building your future. Starting the job and thinking about your career path. You did it, you got the job. Now it's your first day and everything feels new. This is your time to learn, grow, and begin your journey towards something bigger. Even if it's a simple job, like working as a gas station attendant, it can be the first step in a long and exciting career. At first, every job feels a little hard. You don't know the people yet. You might not understand every word. But that's okay. You can learn by watching, asking questions, and listening carefully. Every small thing you do helps you become better. Show that you are motivated and ready to help. People will notice. Try to use your English every day. Learn words you hear at work. Repeat short phrases. Ask if you don't understand something. These moments are your classroom, and work is your teacher. And don't forget, this job is just the beginning. A job is what you do now. A career is what you are building for the future. Maybe you want to work in media one day, or become a manager, or open your own business. Every experience teaches you something. Even a lowly job today can help you make it big tomorrow. Stay curious. Look for the next step. Talk to people who are doing what you want to do. Maybe you'll find a mentor. Maybe you'll get an idea. Your job today is important. But your dreams are important too. Keep going, keep learning, and keep moving forward. The job may give you a salary, but your career will give you a purpose.
Hello. How's everything going?
Pretty good, thanks. I've been thinking about something important these days.
Oh, really? What is it?
I'm looking for a new job.
Wow, that's a big step. What kind of job are you looking for?
I'm not sure yet, but I've been in the market for something simple to start with. I want to earn some money and maybe build a career later.
That sounds smart. You know, everyone has to start somewhere. Even big stars and successful people had small jobs first.
Exactly. I think it's okay to start with a low job and work my way up. Like maybe I'll work as a gas station attendant.
A gas station attendant? That's someone who helps you put gas in your car, right?
Yes. It's not a fancy job, but it's a start. And I can get some experience. Plus, I need money. I can't keep asking my parents all the time.
True. It's good to be independent. So, have you looked at any job listings?
I have. I found a website with lots of job listings in my area. It's so easy now with the internet.
Yeah, before, people had to look in newspapers. But now you can just go online and browse through jobs.
Right. I looked at many listings and wrote down some employers I'd like to work for.
Nice. Do you have a resume ready?
Yes. I wrote one for my English class last month. I just need to update it. It shows my school information and the small jobs I did before.
That's great. And don't forget the cover letter.
Oh yes, the cover letter. It should be a piece of cake to write. Just a short letter to say who I am and why I want the job.
Exactly. It helps the employer know more about you before they even read your resume.
I even found out the names of the managers at some companies. I'll write their names in my letters so it feels personal.
Very good idea. That shows that you did your research and you really care.
And I think I can be charming in interviews. I like to talk to people, and I smile a lot.
That's important. Being friendly and positive really helps.
Yeah. I'm saying goodbye to my penniless days and hello to salary and a future career.
I love that. Goodbye no money, hello paychecks.
Even if it's just a part-time job now, it's still a step forward. Who knows? Maybe I'll make it big one day.
That's the spirit. Many great people started small, like working in shops or restaurants. And look where they are now.
Right. I just need to start somewhere. Maybe this is the start of the rest of my life.
That sounds exciting. So, what's your next move?
I think my next move is to finish my resume and write the cover letters. Then I'll start sending them to some companies.
Good plan. Just remember to check your spelling and grammar. First impressions are important.
You're right. I want my resume and cover letter to look professional, even if it's just for a simple job.
Exactly. Every job matters. And employers like people who take things seriously.
I was also thinking about practicing for interviews. I've never had a real job interview before.
That's a good idea. Practice can help a lot. You can ask a friend or a family member to help you.
Maybe we can practice together. You ask me questions like an employer, and I'll try to answer.
Sure. I can ask you something like, why do you want to work here?
I'd say, I want to learn new skills and work hard. I think this company is a great place to start.
That's a good answer. You can also say something about being on time, working well with people, and learning fast.
Yeah, those are good points. Employers want someone who is reliable and easy to work with.
Also, be honest. If you don't have much experience, that's okay. Just show that you're ready to learn.
That makes sense. I think being honest is always better than trying to act perfect.
Definitely. Nobody expects you to know everything at the start. They just want to see that you care and try your best.
I like that. It makes me feel less nervous about interviews.
And don't forget to dress nicely, even for a small job. Clean clothes, neat hair, it shows respect.
Yeah, I'll wear something simple but clean. Not too fancy, just polite.
That's perfect. And try to smile. A smile can make a big difference.
I'll remember that. Smile, be on time, be honest, and show that I'm ready to work.
Exactly. And when you answer questions, keep your answers short and clear. Don't talk too much or too little.
Right. Not too long, not too short. Just enough to show who I am.
And one more thing, always say thank you after the interview.
Of course. That's just good manners.
Also, after the interview, you can send a short thank you message or email. It shows you care and helps them remember you.
That's a good idea. I didn't know that. Just something simple like, thank you for your time today?
Yes, something like that. You can also say you enjoyed the conversation and that you look forward to hearing from them.
Got it. I'll write one and keep it ready, just in case.
By the way, have you thought about what kind of hours you want to work? Part-time, full-time?
I think I'll start with part-time. Maybe evenings or weekends. That way I can still go to school.
That's smart. Many students work part-time jobs while they study. It helps you learn time management too.
True. I'll need to plan my schedule. School, homework, job, maybe even some free time.
It's not easy at first, but once you get used to it, it becomes a piece of cake.
There's that phrase again. A piece of cake. I like it. It makes me feel more confident.
I'm glad. Confidence is important. But remember, it's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn.
Thanks. I sometimes worry that I'll say the wrong thing or do something silly.
Everyone feels that way in the beginning. Even people with lots of experience get nervous.
That makes me feel better. I guess the first job is just the beginning of something bigger.
Exactly. It's your first step. You might start small, but if you keep learning and working hard, you can make it big.
I like how that sounds. Make it big. Gives me hope.
It's true. A simple job today can lead to a great career tomorrow.
Speaking of careers, how do I know what I want to do in the future? I mean, I don't even know what I'm good at yet.
That's okay. Many people don't know at first. Just try different things. A job can help you discover what you like and what you don't.
That's smart. So even a small job teaches me something about myself?
Yes. Every job gives you experience. You meet people, learn skills, and get better every day.
Even if I'm just helping people at a gas station?
Of course. You learn how to talk to customers, how to be responsible, how to solve small problems. All of that is important.
I didn't think of it like that. I guess no job is too small. That really changes how I see things. Even a job like cleaning, helping customers, or working at a store can teach me something.
Exactly. You learn soft skills, things like being polite, working with others, and staying calm under pressure.
Soft skills. That sounds new. What does it mean?
Soft skills are not technical skills. They're things like communication, teamwork, time management, and having a good attitude.
Oh, easy. So if I help customers in a store and do it with a smile, that's a soft skill?
Yes. And many employers look for those skills. Sometimes even more than experience.
That's good to know. I'll try to build those skills, even if the job is small.
That's the right attitude. Also, think about the people you meet at work. You never know who might help you in the future.
Like connections?
Exactly. Sometimes a coworker or manager can tell you about another job or help you learn something new.
That makes sense. So it's not just about the money, it's also about the people and the experience.
Yes. Of course, money is important too. It gives you freedom and helps you pay for what you need.
For sure. I want to earn money, but I also want to feel proud of what I do.
And you should. Every honest job deserves respect. You're doing something useful, and that's something to be proud of.
Thanks for saying that. It helps me feel more confident about starting.
And you don't have to know everything right away. You'll learn as you go.
True. At first, I was nervous. But now, I feel like it's okay to take small steps.
That's the best way. Step by step. One day, you'll look back and see how far you've come.
I hope so. Maybe one day I'll have a real career, not just a job.
You will. A job is the beginning. A career takes time, but it grows with you.
I think I get it now. A job is what I do today. A career is where I want to go in the future.
Exactly. It's like a journey. You start somewhere, and with each job, you move forward.
I like the idea of a journey. It makes everything feel more hopeful. Even if I start small, I can still move forward.
That's right. Every step counts. Some people work many different jobs before they find the right one for their career.
And I guess each job teaches you something different. Like how to deal with people, how to stay organized, or how to work hard.
Exactly. You learn a lot from doing. And the more you work, the more confident you become.
I'm already starting to feel more ready. I have my resume, I'll write the cover letter, and I'll start applying soon.
You're doing great. Just remember, don't get upset if someone doesn't call you back. Keep trying.
Yeah, finding a job can take time. But if I don't give up, something good will happen.
That's the right mindset. Stay positive, learn from each step, and always be open to new opportunities.
Thank you for all the tips. This talk helped me a lot.
And I hope it helped our listeners too. Let's quickly go over what we talked about today.
We talked about looking for a job, starting with job listings, writing a resume, and how to write a cover letter.
We also talked about interviews, soft skills, and how small jobs can help you grow into a career.
And we used some great phrases like in the market for a job, a piece of cake, and make it big.
Yes, these are helpful for both your job search and for speaking better English.
Thanks for listening to our podcast. We hope it gave you useful ideas and new words to learn.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and share it with your friends who are learning English.
And don't forget, no matter how small your first job is, it can be the start of something big.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, and good luck with your job search.